It was $2,700. Everything else that I have on this list, it was worth it. But that one, I don't regret it, but it's just like, nah, you could have kept your money, sis.
Hey y'all, so before I get this video started, let me give a quick shout out. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and come show me some love when I drop a new video.
What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, in this video I'm going to be talking about the 7 most expensive purchases that I have made since becoming debt-free. Now, if you are new to my channel, I became debt-free in May of 2018, so it's been 2.5 years since becoming 100% debt-free. And I thought this video would be kind of cool to put together because we all know that once we become debt free and we're no longer owing our debtors or creditors on a monthly basis, that we have more money to play around with. However, people tend to forget that just because you have more money doesn't mean that you just start spending it all willy-nilly. Now, I am someone who doesn't really purchase a lot of clothes and shoes. That's not really my thing. So a lot of my big purchases are usually travel or some kind of electronics. Now, to make sure that this video wasn't redundant, because I do spend a lot of money on travel, I did not include certain expenses like travel, things that were like medical expenses or tax payments, different things like that. I wanted to make sure that it was full-blown purchases because let me tell you, my contacts almost made it into this list. My contacts are over $400 for just 6 of them, but I make sure to not include those. So purchase number 7, because I'm going to go from least expensive to most expensive. Purchase number 7 is going to be my California nursing license. Now, at first, I wasn't going to include this in this list because I was reimbursed for most of it once I actually took the assignment, but it was something that I still had to come out of my pocket for up front. If you guys are new to my channel, I am a registered nurse. I have my bachelor's degree and I've been a nurse for now. I've been licensed for since 2012. So we're coming up on 9 years. Dang, that's been a long time. So before I started travel nursing, I kind of knew that if I ever got into travel nursing, I wanted to go as far away as possible from my first assignment because I knew if I took a closer assignment, I would never go super far. So I decided to go to Orange, California, and that was the amount that I had to pay to get my license there. Is one of, if not the most expensive nursing license there is in this country. And that amount was $499. So it actually was $399 for the permanent license. And then I had to pay another $100 on top of that for the temporary license so that I can get my license back fast enough to be able to work pretty much within, I think I got my license back within maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And I know a lot of nurses who have tried to get their license there and it's taken them months and months. But the good thing is if you're taking a travel assignment there and you go with a travel company that's typically housed in California, you can get the process expedited a little bit faster. Item number 6 is the camera that I'm actually recording on right now. This is a Canon SL3. I made this purchase June 29th of 2019. And I knew that I was in the market for a new camera because I needed a better camera for sit-down videos. I originally had a Canon T3i. I had that when I was very heavy into network marketing and entrepreneurship. I was doing that full time for about 3.5 years or so before I got back into nursing. And that particular camera, I liked it as a basic camera, but there were certain things and features that the camera did not have that I was not happy about when it came to using that for my channel. I did use it for a little bit. So the good thing when I got this camera was that I didn't need to buy any lenses because I kept my lenses from my T3i. So I had a 50mm lens already. I had the, I think it's like a 10 to 18 or 10 to 35, one of the two, and then the 18 to 55 millimeter lens, which is actually what I am recording on right now. I ended up making this particular purchase because someone that I used to watch on YouTube, her name was Frugal Freaks, if I'm not mistaken. She used to do budgeting videos. She had actually made a video of her purchasing the Canon SL2. So when I decided that I wanted to purchase a camera, I was actually looking for an SL2, and then I ended up finding out that there was an SL3. So I decided to go with this one. So this particular camera ended up costing me $499.98. The next purchase that I made not even 3 full months later was on September 13th of 2019, and it actually was another camera. This time it was the DJI Osmo Pocket, and I actually really love this camera. I really only use it to vlog. However, the camera is very small, and I always turn heads when people see me with this. Everyone's always like, "Excuse me, is that a camera? Oh my God, what is that?" And they always ask questions. It's very cool. It has a gimbal on it, and I really love the fact that if I turn this around, this actually follows my face wherever I go. I don't know if y'all can see the gimbal moving right now, but it's a really cool camera. So I wanted to purchase this because at the time I was thinking about starting to vlog again, especially when I went on my trips, which I do have certain vacation vlogs on my channel, and I didn't really want to lug this camera around. I didn't want to lose this camera, but the main thing was I didn't want to lug it around. This camera isn't very heavy, but it's just the fact that it's so big, and I didn't really like that. So when I purchased this camera, I actually purchased, it was actually a package where it came with like a case. I think it came with different lenses, if I'm not mistaken. There's like accessories, different things that it came with. I don't have it on me right now, but the entire kit ended up being $549. Moving along, expensive purchase number 5 is actually my cell phone. I ended up purchasing this iPhone. This is the iPhone XS, and it is 256 gigabytes. I purchased this back in March of 2019, and I actually purchased it from someone from OfferUp. The phone was still fairly new, so this ended up costing me $900. Just a tip for someone who's looking to purchase phones, I'm never really someone who purchases phones directly from my phone provider or from the manufacturer of the phone. I usually either purchase them from Best Buy or I purchase them from people that have already owned the phone. And if you are someone who's looking to usually get like a discount on the phone, the best thing is just to buy it secondhand from someone. And if you are to do that, the best thing for you to do, especially for your safety, is to ask the person to meet you at the phone provider's location, like a physical location. If anyone is not willing to meet you at Sprint or T-Mobile, like the physical location, they're probably trying to rob you or they're probably trying to scam you. But most people who will actually meet you at the facility are not trying to scam you whatsoever. The other important thing outside of meeting them at the actual like phone provider is to actually have them meet you inside, have them give the phone to a tech at Sprint, at Verizon, T-Mobile, whatever. They will actually do a check on the phone to make sure it's not stolen, there's not like any outstanding anything on the phone, and then once they actually pass off on it, that's when I give the person the cash in hand, watch them walk out, and then I do my business with, you know, Sprint changing everything over to this phone. So that's always been the way that I've like purchased phones for a very long time. It used to be Craigslist, but now Craigslist was just a little too much for me. So now I prefer like OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, different things like that. Expensive purchase number 3 is a purchase that I made on November 6th of 2019, and now we are getting into the purchases that are into the thousands. This particular purchase was $1,099, and it was my Ninja Trader 8 trading license. If you guys are new to my channel, I've been trading off and on for 6 years, more off than on at times. And when I decided to transition back into futures in 2019, the end of 2019, I did go ahead and decide to purchase the lifetime license, because basically when you're trading with NinjaTrader, there are 3 different trading licenses. There's the free license, the lease license, and the lifetime license, which is basically you purchasing it outright. And the difference between the licenses are basically primarily what you pay in commissions per trade. So that difference between the free and the lifetime, and even the leased and the lifetime, it actually is a significant difference over time of you saving money on the commissions. The other thing with me not wanting to do the lease is because when you lease the license over time, you end up paying more than if you just purchased it outright to begin with. So that's what I ended up deciding to do. Expensive purchase number 2 is a purchase that I made on December 29th of 2019. So we're coming up on almost a year. And this was actually $1,497, and it was a trading course. I think I should have went through and said if I felt like any of these purchases were actually worth it. So this particular expense was $497 for the particular course that I purchased, and then it was $1,000 to be able to get on this live chat, basically 5 days. Well, it was supposed to be 5 days a week for an entire year. And I can't tell you guys the last time I got onto that live chat. It probably was back in June, but I think I hadn't been on since like March. It was just like after a while of getting up every single day to get on this live chat for an hour, you know, you start hearing crazy questions, and it ended up not being worth it for me particularly. And the course was okay. The strategy was okay that was taught in the course, but for me, I guess because I don't use literally any of it at this point, it probably wasn't worth it. Yeah, it wasn't. Everything else that I have on this list, it was worth it, but that one, I don't regret it, but it's just like, nah, you could have kept your money, sis. And now, for the most expensive purchase that I have made since becoming debt-free 2.5 years ago. Some of y'all who watch my channel, you already know what it is. Drum roll, please. It is my gaming computer. It is a MSI gaming computer, a 17-inch screen. There is 32 gigs of RAM, and I believe a terabyte of hard drive space. Is either a terabyte or 512 gigabytes. I'm almost sure it's a terabyte of space. And let me tell y'all, I absolutely love this computer. This has been my most favorite electronic purchase that I think I've literally ever made. I love this thing. It's very fast. I love this computer so much. And before I give you the purchase price, let me tell y'all, I love this computer so much that I'm actually looking for another computer right now. My other computer that I use for strictly really just editing my YouTube videos and doing Photoshop type stuff for my budget planner and stuff like that, I am ready to get rid of that thing. There's only 4 gigs of RAM on it. I've had it since I think 2013 or 2014, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm just completely over it. I'm not really a huge fan of Apple products outside of the phones. Slightly, I do slightly think that Samsungs are better. And then of course I like the iPads over typical tablets, but as far as computers, they can't touch PCs to me, especially when it comes to the fact that you can customize these a little bit more. If you don't like the RAM, you can upgrade it very easily, you know, things like that. So I'm actually looking to replace that with another MSI computer by the end of the year, but I'm not going to make it a gaming computer. It'll be one of the basic ones that'll be probably about $600. But this one, I actually spent, and let me get the exact number for y'all. It was $2,797.72, and it was worth every freaking penny. And the one thing that I do want to say is it only cost that much because I did get a $400 warranty. So really the computer was only about $2,300, but I got the $400, I think 3 or 4 year warranty from Best Buy, because it's one of those things where I don't really like getting warranties on things, but for something this expensive, warranty me please, just in case. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed learning about these 7 most expensive things that I have purchased since I became debt free. Feel free to leave down in the comment section some of the expensive things you plan to purchase whenever you become debt free. Of course, if you guys have any questions, of course, feel free to leave them down below as well. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already, but other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.